Hi everyone, welcome back to this series. My name is Royce and I'm here to share my experiences and observations in life to hopefully empower individuals to make better decisions in whatever situation they're in. In this video, we are on the last of the 3 E's, etiquette of misconceptions for the thoughtless sacrifices for the better. Alright, so what does it mean when I say thoughtless sacrifices for the better? Well, it's the etiquette of the misconception of the notions that we have created in society called the norms. The norms of society is what defines what people think to be accepted as normal behavior and what people believe to be the normal reactions to certain situations. And as I said, I'm going to go over these from the rich person perspective or mindset and then the poor person's perspective or mindset. So let's go over the poor person's mindset and perspective first. So, what are some of these? For poor people, we are always told to, follow rules and laws and to listen to people that are above us and to respect people unconditionally. And basically, we are told what to do and we listen and we will do it. Basically, we obey anything and everything. And then when there is some sort of rumors or hype, and you can see this throughout all of history, any timeline that you can imagine, whenever there's a major event, of course, there are always two opposing sides. But the key thing here is that whichever side you choose, it's always going to be the wrong side that gets the wrong ideas. And you may be wondering, why is that? Because whatever you see on the news, radio, hear from politicians, hear from political leaders, it's already been curated, regulated, and edited to fit a certain narrative. And that's why so many people start to believe in things that they don't even need to believe in. And then you have this etiquette of, oh, because this is seen throughout everything. It's seen through, like I said, everywhere, social media, internet news, politicians. You are supposed to think that way. And then people that do try to question the system or like question people and whatever's going on in this event or situation, they are seen as the wrong people. And that's what I mean, that usually in huge events such as that, especially when it becomes political and controversial, many people choose the wrong side and have the wrong idea. And what is the solution for that? It's for people to be well informed and to see both perspectives, be able to put them together like a puzzle and find out the truth and possibly the root cause of what led up to the entire situation or event. And you can do this for any major event in history, anything in the timeline, and you'll start to figure out things naturally. And then you'll be able to be more aware and more well informed. And then, with your experience, you'll be more well prepared and know how to handle it. It doesn't just have to be things such as political situations or controversial topics and stuff like that. It can come in other forms too, like you need to work hard, or gaslighting, or sweet talking, or debate and switch. There's so many forms and techniques that is employed onto poor people, and we are just told to believe a lot of stuff, and you just become gullible, naive, and basically have no critical thinking skills or logical reason onto why you're being told something to believe in when you should go and figure it out and better understand the situation. Now we will move on to the rich person's mindset and perspective on the etiquette of misconception for thoughtless sacrifices for the better. And most of the time, it is the global top 1% that need to really work on their persuasion to convince people to do things for them. And as I said and mentioned before, they do this in the forms of hard work, or maybe grooming someone. And then there's things like sweet talk, and then promising them this and promising them that, and all that. Basically, anything in their arsenal to persuade and convince you to do something. Why does this happen? Well, like I said in previous sections, this world operates in a sort of business transaction kind of style. We give and give, we give, take, or we can take and take. And it just really depends on the type of people that you are living with in your timeline. Not to mention that there are some timelines where everyone's just out for their own self. There are some timelines where everyone's a really good person. And there are just some unfortunate timelines where everyone's trying to be evil and stuff like that. It all just depends. So, how do rich people use this to their advantage? They usually create some sort of situation beforehand. They have this whole grand scheme and they meticulously employ it and make sure that the targeted audience that it's intended for is reaching those people. And they also have separate other news for separate different groups of people to hit. And then it creates this whole divide thing, right? It's a very popular tactic, you like divide and conquer, but it's used in a information type war, like information war basically. However, the real problem begins when there is multiple people that are rich that are also getting in on this. So usually in these situations, what the rich person does or what the rich mindset people do is they choose the side that is more profitable for whatever they have. That's right, they position themselves. It doesn't even matter which side they'll choose as long as they make a profit. And yes, it is quite simple how I mentioned like the rich people are basically always choosing the side where they make the most money. Yeah, but it can also be the side where they benefit the most, all right? That's pretty much what the rich people do. They don't really care that much about the situation because they have an overview of it and they already have a network to tell them, oh, this is what might happen or this is what is going to happen. And they have so many data points than the average person or than the poor people like us. They just know more. And that's the inequality right there because of the information that they have versus what we have. So then, how does this tie into the thoughtless sacrifices for the better? It's basically the misconception that, oh, if we are being told to listen to these things and do these things, then how come if I am doing these things, why am I not able to achieve what the rich people are achieving? That's the whole point of this section. So let me try to tie it in right now. So the thoughtless sacrifices for the better is basically the inequality of being told the path to follow and not being able to achieve that goal or dream that's being advertised. Why is that? It's because of all the things that we mentioned here, and now we're adding all the other stuff that I want people to be aware of, like sweet talking, persuasion, bait and switch, gaslighting, telling people to work hard when it's not really the case. And there's so much more that I could add on, but I feel like these are the more common ones that you'll see throughout your life and you can see also in history. It doesn't necessarily mean that the sacrifices you make here based on someone else's experience isn't gonna get you the same success or goal as that person because there's like a longevity factor as well. If I sell something brand new that's never been on the market and someone else tries to sell that thing, of course it's not going to last as long or have as much impact as it did when it first released, right? It is the same thing when you are being sold a dream and being told to work hard because then everyone's going to work hard. So then there's going to be less pie to eat, if you may will. The portion of the amount of pie you get becomes smaller when more people are after the same pie. That's a good one. And that one is a pretty common analogy. And this is seen throughout history, and it's just a common thing that people need to be aware of when they try to copy other people and do certain things. So then, based on the situation you are currently in and the major or controversial topics or things you see on the media, don't try to make those work for you. Try to find something that is unique and that is specific to your lifestyle, personality, and just anything specific about yourself, so that when you make decisions and choices for yourself, it's for yourself, because no one can replace you and everyone in this world is unique. I hope that made sense, and I hope this section made sense. I know it is kind of confusing to wrap your head around this concept. Remember, my name is Royce, and I am just here to share my knowledge, experience, and observations in life to hopefully empower individuals in making the best choice possible for whatever situation they are in life. So, in the next video, we'll start to be wrapping up this mini section of the 3 E's, and I'll see you in the next one.